guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here, and welcome again to another reaction video. This is the first reaction video of 2024, so I am really excited. I think this year is going to be amazing for collectors, and I want to start with the 12 Days of Sideshow. This company is also celebrating the 30th anniversary this year, and definitely I think it's going to be a great year for Sideshow, crazy year with reveals and all. But the 12 Days of Sideshow, as is customary, always brings some of those teasers, some of the big pieces that they're going to release throughout the year. And definitely there's a lot of things that we need to talk about here, good, bad, and also ugly. So stay tuned. But before we get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you're here for the first time. Also leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video, let me know what you think about the things that we covered today. Also follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the links are in the description, and consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. So I want to thank my patrons for always being there for me. Thank you for your support. Alright guys, let's start with the first reveal of the 12 Days of Sideshow, and this is the Batman versus the Joker Eternal Enemies premium format figure. This diorama looks great. I think the concept is very nice. It is not a new concept, let's just be clear with that. Prime One Studio just recently had one that is very similar, so this is kind of like a, I wouldn't say a copy, but it's a very similar style, and actually the whole concept is very similar. Here we see Batman on top of the Joker falling into, I don't know if this is, you see all the green and the I would say the laughing gas, liquid or whatever, acid. So it is not new, it's not a new concept. However, and let's be clear, it looks great. In reference to the artist here, as far as we know, we have Martin Canale as the art director. Also Richard Long is another designer here. Daniel Bell, he's a sculptor and designer. It's amazing to see what Daniel Bell is doing. Jorge Villar, Claudio Abraham, they're the sculptors. Bernardo Esquivel is the painter of this particular model. And the project manager is Anthony Mesa. So this is information that we know so far about this piece. There's not really much that we know. And I'm sure that we're all going to see it very soon. In the next Sideshow Con, perhaps we're going to see it in person. But I will tell you, it looks great. Again, it's not a new concept. So definitely as a starter for the 12 Days of Sideshow, some people were a bit worried as soon as it was presented, because they were thinking, well, now they're technically copying Prime One Studio. I think that it looks good. There are pluses here. I think there are things that this, at least for what I've seen, it seems superior to the Prime One Studio. But make no mistake, Prime One Studio has done it first. Now, the second reveal was the Mystique premium format figure. We don't know much about it besides the things that we see. Like you can see Mystique right there's portrait. Now, a lot of people are not necessarily happy with this reveal. First and foremost, because we had a Mystique premium format not long ago. Now, so far in the history of Sideshow, they have produced two premium formats. One, the original premium format that had a more modern style, and then of course we got the previous one also on the classic outfit. I think still an amazing piece. We have the Comic Cat, which in my opinion is one of the best pieces ever produced, based on the art of Adam Hughes. It's one of the most beautiful pieces ever produced by Sideshow. But this is another Mystique. Of course, this is the thing when people say, well, we're getting kind of like a rotation of characters that have been done in the past, when people are crying out or they're asking for other characters, even within the X-Men universe or the Marvel universe. So yeah, that's something that we can say perhaps it's not as good, and this really didn't help us much with the excitement, but we haven't seen much yet of the appearance of this character, what style they're going to use or what outfit they're going to use. We don't know much about it. We'll know, I'm sure, soon enough. Now, looking at the third reveal, it was the Captain Rex premium format figure. This is not the first time that they have done one. I think back in 2012 we have that Captain Rex premium format figure, which looks amazing. I still think it's an amazing looking piece. We don't know much about what the representation that they're going to use here. We don't know if they're gonna base it on the TV show or what else, you know, we don't know. So at least we know by the title that is Captain Rex, that it's going to be the second one produced by Sideshow, and looking forward to see more from this character. I think it's a fantastic character. Again, I like the original. I think that piece was amazing looking, great presentation. I don't know what they're gonna do with this one. Now, the next reveal has gotten a lot of great support, great reception, and this is the Dazzler premium format figure. Now, we have not seen a quarter scale Dazzler, as far as I know, officially pretty much since I remember. You know, we have seen smaller pieces. Baldwin Designs did one. The Gallery PVC collection, which is the smaller pieces from Diamond Select Toys, also had one not long ago based on the classic Dazzler design, the introduction of the character. So this is, as far as we can see, this is based on the first appearance. More than likely it's going to be based on the first cover of her solo run that happened in the very early 80s, if I'm not mistaken, because the character was introduced in the 70s. But I think that this definitely is going to be more based on that, because you see the disco ball, you also see the roller skate, so definitely is going to be more of a classic. Now, how it's going to look, who is involved there, I really don't know much. They haven't said much, but definitely looking forward to see more of this reveal. Out of the blue, people not expecting it, but I think people are excited because it's something new, and particularly season collectors feel that at least they're adding value to their collections. Now, the fifth reveal was John Constantine premium format figure, and I will tell you this, I think this is a good thing. A lot of people are excited because John Constantine has become a very popular character in recent years among DC fans. You know, I think it's at the highest of the hype for the character at the moment, and definitely there's a demand. Although I will tell you this, with Prime 1 Studio, they reveal their piece that was a 1/3 scale, and they also have a 1/4 scale version of the same piece, and ultimately that 1/3 scale was canceled. The 1/4 scale is supposed to be released. It's on the wait list now, but they said that there will be only 150 pieces. And I would say that that's nothing to do with the popularity of the character. It has to do more with the way Prime 1 Studio has been managing their distribution and the cost of production, and of course the cost of shipping. So prices are really up there. Even the 1/4 scale was like $1,500. So I think this comes, I would say Sideshow's taking advantage of it in some way. We don't know how much this is going to be priced. We don't know the concept. If we go by the art print that was done recently, just to give you an idea, that might, are they going to follow this design? If he's going to be sitting down or something, we don't know, but that kind of gives an idea. Normally the art prints that they do kind of gives an idea to the concept that they try to follow, but we don't know more than that. I know in this case, Martin Canal is involved. Of course, Martin Canal is one of the most seasoned artists with Sideshow. He's been involved pretty much in the beginning in some of those classic statues. We know that he's going to be there. Richard Long is also another designer here. So we don't know much, but with the people who are involved already on this piece, at least the people that we know so far, the designers and the art director, we know there's going to be a really nice concept. It's going to be a very striking looking piece. So we'll see when that is revealed fully, and we'll talk about it then. Now, the following reveal has received good reception for sure. I think people are excited for this one. Bettie Page statue. And this is based on the art of Olivia de Varadinis. Now, for those who know Olivia, she's a pinup artist. She has worked with the Sideshow for quite some time. She has done a lot of the art prints that they produce for a lot of characters. She is an iconic artist, American artist that has done a lot of pinup art over the years. Not long ago, we had a statue, Frankie Reborn, and that was the first statue that she ever created, that she was involved in the production of it. And it looks amazing for sure. That statue definitely receive a lot of praise because it deserves it. Now, this is the second time that they're doing something as a statue, and she is also involved in the designing, in the sculpting. She's doing it digitally, and so far we have seen some amazing work from it. To give you an idea, I'm here at Instagram, so I can show you the stuff that has been posted there. Here you can see that Frankie Reborn statue really looks great. Here is some stuff that we had seen so far from the concept from Bettie Page. Here you can see a photo of the preview. It's going to be definitely an iconic representation of her, in my opinion. How she's going to be, it seems like she's going to be sitting down on some sort, laying down somewhere. But you can see the iconic hair. You can see the iconic outfit, you know, the boots and the gloves. Here you can see an art print that also was produced for Sideshow. So Olivia has been involved in it, and she has posted some of these images of what they're doing all in black of this outfit. Now, this is not an ordinary piece for sure, but at the same time, Sideshow's always been known for kind of throwing this type of concepts from time to time. And I think they do well with these pieces, and there's popularity for it. So I think that they are going to do really well with it. So we can see her boots right there. So far I think the concept is there. I think this is a piece that definitely we're looking forward to. A lot of fans are looking forward to it, and I think that so far the reception has been great. So we'll see what happens next. Now the next reveal comes as a loaded gun, and this is another Spider-Man premium format figure. And I'm going to tell you, I am torn with this reveal because I do like, in one end, I do like this piece. It looks really great. The concept here is fine. Of course, he has the Spider-Man, a modern version of Spider-Man with the big wide eyes. And one thing I will complain, of course, he has no nose. Some people are saying that, pointing that out. And Sideshow's kind of, it has become that thing, a normal thing for them to, when they build or when they sculpt Spider-Man, to do it that way, which I kind of finding dumb in some way. But they want to go with that. By all means, you know, it doesn't look bad. I think the physique looks great. And I do like the concept when you see the other villains and you can on part of that base, and it looks amazing. You see Sandman, you see the Vulture. I think you can see Craven. I'm not sure who that, it seems like Craven, or no, that's what it appears, at least part of his body or his clothing, but I don't know more than that. I feel that I'm really looking forward to know more about this piece. So far it looks great. Of course, you know, this excites people who are new, they don't have a Spider-Man and they want to add it to their collection. But you know, people who have been collecting this for quite some time, you know, they are disappointed because, hey, it's another Spider-Man. It seems like there's plenty of them from Sideshow. Now, the following day, Sideshow gave us another one of those reveals that come out of the left field. People are not expecting them, but Sideshow does this, you know, every year. They also throw and they build new lines and they create new things that are more of their own creation rather than licensed products. And you know, they do it and they seem to be successful. Sometimes not so much, but other times they do well. And these are the Pulp Vixens premium format figures, and they are two. They actually revealed two. We have this deep down piece. It looks interesting. It's a concept, of course, based on Pulp Fiction. If you love those classic movies, novels, comics, they're basing it on that in some way. They created their own. This one looks okay, I will say. It's kind of nice. Out of the blue, Hawana Kalili. It looks great. Deep down, she's battling an octopus. We have to see more. I would say that it looks good, but I wouldn't say I'm impressed by the whole concept. But the second one, which is Mr. Sin, that's what I call it, Ursula Strand. And I think this is probably of the two, the one that I like the most. She is this girl, blonde. I think she has some type of shotgun in the back. It seems like a shotgun barrel. But the base looks great. I like the concept here. I don't know what they're going to do beyond that, how they're going to expand this collection, but it's definitely one of those out of the left field. I think this is probably of the two, the one that is going to has gotten the best reception. I think the one that is going to appeal the most and probably do better when it comes to the time to pre-order. All right, our next teaser is the Fastball Special Colossus and Wolverine statue, and this is the one that probably has gotten the most conversation among you know, Facebook groups, among the community, on forums, because it's a very nice looking piece. I will tell you this, it's a very nice looking piece. I really like it. However, this is not a new concept. Some people are pointing this as a new thing. I saw some comments in some Facebook groups saying that, okay, this is something new, that this puts Sideshow above the competition, and I will say I don't think so. It's a great concept. It's a beautiful piece. I think it's the best representation of the Fastball Special. We also have to consider that this is not a concept that is new to Sideshow. It has been done even by companies, in this case, third-party custom makers. I would say Halima did it in the Philippines many years ago. So I would say this is superior to that one. I will tell you this. I think this is a better rendition of it, but there's been other versions and custom-made pieces of this particular maneuver between Wolverine, a classic maneuver now, the most popular, perhaps the most well-known maneuver among two superheroes. Also, there is another diorama that was created by Diamond Select Toys many years ago. Was the Phoenix Saga collection. There were different pieces from the X-Men, of course, all in a battle mode. They were fighting Phoenix. You have to buy each piece separately. There's a very small pieces, not even 1/6, they're smaller than that. And if you got Colossus came with a big slab, brick stone wall thing that he was throwing at Phoenix. If you purchase Wolverine separately, you could actually remove the slab and have Wolverine, so that represents the Fastball Special. And I would say the concept was not really well executed in so many ways, but the concept was there. So again, this is not something new. Other companies have done it, but what really surprised me is that we haven't seen many companies trying it, over the years. This is a very popular maneuver. I don't know why they haven't cashed in on it, but I'm here on the Instagram page of Sideshow because there's a video that is circulating now where we can see more about this diorama, and I will tell you, it looks fantastic. Another great thing about it is that it does have alternate display options. It does have where you can actually remove a comic book from the background. As you can see, this comic book, this is again not a new concept. We have seen companies like Royal Selangor, primarily. I would say Royal Selangor has been doing it really nice, where you see their statues or the figurines, the pewter figurines, popping out of the comic book, and I think it's a phenomenal concept. So Sideshow's kind of copying that and doing it here, and doing it in color, and the magazine looks amazing. You can see right there from the back. You also have the display option in the front, and it seems that Wolverine is jumping out of the page. And I will say that I like it. I think this is the better concept. Of course, some people were complaining about the position of the hand, comparing it to the modern Thor by Sideshow as well, that has a lot of criticism because of the hand. I do not see the hand being a problem. Maybe some people are looking at certain angles. I think it's a very curvy, very Marvel style looking hand, and it just exaggerates the movement. It's just to exaggerate what they're trying to do. So I don't have a problem with this piece. I think again, it's not a new concept, but I think this is the best version of this particular maneuver. And again, I'm surprised that other companies haven't done it. In this case, like XM Studios hasn't done it, or any other company have thought about it. And Sideshow, yeah, it's pushing on the envelope on this one, and it looks nice. We don't know the scale, how big it's going to be. I still kind of feel sad that we don't get as many dioramas as we did in the past from Sideshow. I think they were kings of it. But it's nice to see these dioramas from time to time. And again, we don't know if it's going to be 1/5. It could be one. I would love for it to be 1/6. It would be fantastic. But Sideshow hasn't done 1/6 in a very, very, very long time. And quarter scale, perhaps it could be, because they also done quarter scale diorama. So we'll see what happens when this is on pre-order. Now, the following reveal has also caused a lot of controversy among collectors, and this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Mythos premium format figure. And I will tell you this, the first thing, of course, is another Obi-Wan. People are kind of like, okay, we're gonna get another Obi-Wan, and also on the Mythos line, which has seen Obi-Wan Kenobis before. If we go back as far as the original Obi-Wan Kenobi Mythos, which is a fantastic piece that goes for a lot of money on the aftermarket, beautiful piece. And I will tell you, the appearance here of the silhouette of this in this picture is very similar to the one that we had originally at the 1/5 scale. Another controversy here is the fact that it says right here, this is a premium format figure. The Mythos has been known for a long time. The pieces were 1/5. But it seems that Sideshow is kind of turning the Mythos line into premium format, into the quarter scale. So of course, some people are not as happy, because if you've been collecting Mythos for a long time, it's one of the oldest Star Wars lines they have. And if that is the case, it seems that now Mythos is technically within the same premium format figure or premium format collection. So now there's no difference. So it seems like, first and foremost, it seems that Sideshow is pushing now Mythos to go into 1/4 for the reasons of making more money, because let's face it, the quarter scale has been the most popular scale for Sideshow. So it seems that now they're going into the route, or are they going to also still doing 1/5? I doubt it. I will tell you this, from this moment on, I feel that this hint is telling us that the Mythos as it was in the past is 1/5 is just simply there, and it's no more. We are going to see more of that premium format figure. The Mythos has always been, it's not necessarily known because of the scale. It's been known as a way for artists to do representations that come to mind that had nothing to do with the movies or even the novels, but it's more like the revisions or imaginations or new concepts, new ideas of those characters that have been popular for Star Wars. So it seems that this is the case, and of course that's going to create, and that's already creating, a lot of people who are dissatisfied, unhappy, because it's bad news for those who've been collecting as a 1/5. So we'll see what happens. It's very similar. Again, Obi-Wan is a popular character. We also saw just recently another Obi-Wan Kenobi in this collection. It was also 1/5, but that was more on the based on the Clone Wars. This is very similar to the original concept. Not sure. It appears that there's some changes, but it might even be the same piece, but now in a larger scale with some changes. All right, guys. Now the next reveal is the Weapon X premium format figure. Another premium format figure. It appears now, from now on, Sideshow decides to throw all their chips on the premium format scale, which in so many ways it seems that that is the reason they're not going into 1/3, which is good, but at the same time they're killing everything that is smaller than the premium format figure. And again, it's not something that a lot of people take lightly. For the vast majority of, in this case, Sideshow collectors, they're happy with the premium format figure. So I think that's something that in the end Sideshow has to do what's best for them. But the Weapon X, another Weapon X, I would say, when I mean another Weapon X, is not another Weapon X from Sideshow. This is going to be their first Weapon X premium format figure, or the first Weapon X period from them. But we have seen Weapon X several times throughout the years in so many different variations, from licensed products to customs. Weapon X sells, and it sells well. We have seen from Bowen, Kotobukiya, we have seen from XM Studios, and you name it. Every company that has the Marvel license, or even custom makers, they have done this to death. And the problem here, not necessarily that it's another Weapon X. The problem here with Sideshow is the fact that there's another Wolverine, another version. This is technically, within this 12 Days of Sideshow, the second version of Wolverine. So people are a little bit tired because they've been asking for other characters that never see the light of day. You know, every year Wolverine gets a new rendition, a new version, a new custom. And we get the same thing from Sideshow. Amazing pieces, no doubt. And Martin Canela is involved in the production here. Some people are pointing out the finger, saying that the finger looked bad or broken or something. I think just the angle of the picture. I'm looking forward to it. I know some people are excited for it because, yes, again, it's Weapon X, it's Wolverine, it sells, and for sure, Sideshow is kind of banking on those characters that are very popular. But yeah, it's a disappointment for other people, for many collectors who think that Sideshow should try some new characters. And lastly, the final reveal of the 12 Days of Sideshow this year was the Batgirl premium format figure. Another Batgirl premium format figure. And I would say, yes, you know, it looks good. Some people were saying that this was the best reveal and Sideshow was leaving the best for last. I will disagree with that. I don't think this was the best reveal, or at least the one that excited me the most. Of course, everyone is different. It is a nice concept. It's a beautiful sculpt. And just to kind of give some insight on it, this is the first sculpt ever done of a female character by Daniel Bell, sculpted by him, and the first, at least officially, through Sideshow, or through, I would say, any other company that does official products. And this is the first time he has done it, and I think he did a fantastic job. Some people, of course, they're already comparing this to the previous Batgirls. We have two. The original, in my opinion, is still beautiful because it has a more classic look. The second one was more of an action pose, also good. And this is a more modern rendition of Batgirl. It has a tactical suit. She is in battle, of course, Clayface right there. That's the base. So people are looking forward to more of this. So it's a nice concept, no doubt about it. And it looks great. I think Daniel killed it with the sculpt. He's a phenomenal sculptor for sure. There's no doubt about it. He did a really nice job. But yeah, this is another thing where people feel like, okay, so we're getting the same characters over and over. The surprise was that we didn't get another Iron Man. We haven't gotten Iron Mans for a while. But it's always the same characters, and lately it's always, whether it's Batgirl, the same characters within the Batman universe. And to me, with this tactical suit, it appears that they actually pushing towards a new collection with Batman. So people already, you know, I would say tired of it, because every other couple years it seems that we rotate into the main characters. They don't produce any new characters, and they go back to the drawing board and start again with the main characters. Instead of starting with Batman, they start with Batgirl here. But you know, make no mistake, I'm sure there's going to be another Batman at some point that is going to go alongside this one. And of course, this is a recurring theme from Sideshow, bringing the same characters over and over. And people are tired and fed up of it. People want to have new characters so they can keep building those collections, particularly those who have been doing this for a long time. All right, guys, now let's get into the conclusion of this video and to my final thoughts. And I will say this 12 Days of Sideshow was good. It was good as always. Nice reveals, nice art. There's no lack of, I would say, of that ability to produce amazing representation of characters. The art is there, the talent is there, the artists that they are involved in this production and all these pieces, they're fantastic. They do amazing work. Sideshow is always good. The products are always mind-blowing. They look amazing. There's no doubt about that. However, there's a problem with Sideshow, and the problem is the lack of originality. And what I mean by that is not that the pieces don't look great, they don't look original, they're not fantastic, there's no nice concepts. It's the fact that we're not getting to see nothing new out of the ordinary. It seems to me, again, Sideshow as any other year, even this year or any other year in the past, but this year, when you think that, you know, companies need to push forward a little more, Sideshow's playing it safe, and they've been playing it safe for a long time. Now, how that can, in the end, build Sideshow to keep, as a company, to keep growing, we don't know. I don't know what is the plan. I don't know what they want to do. There's a lot of things that have changed recently. It's some people that were there that have left. Many artists that in the past were involved, they're no longer working with them, or even as freelancers, they're no longer doing the work. So it seems to me a lot of the artists that I have seen that are involved in these projects are people from Argentina. So, which is amazing. When you go back to the drawing board, the original pieces that were done by the Gore Group and Martin Canale, a lot of fantastic artists from South America, from Argentina primarily. But it seems that they are kind of going back to that, you know, and part of me feels frustrated with it, and not because it affects me financially in any way, but I have a lot of friends, artists, who have actually been jaded by this. They've been burnt out, and they're no longer working for these companies, and they're not the ones doing this. It's other people from other countries. I'm guessing they get paid less. But if it seems to me that we're getting the same rinse and repeat every year with the same characters, and that is definitely something that is disappointing, because when I go back, and now of course when we're thinking about the 30th anniversary of Sideshow, when Sideshow started doing these pieces in the mid 2000s, we start seeing since 2005 and so on with statues. Those were the golden years for Sideshow, when they were doing such amazing characters, a lot of obscure characters. The MCU wasn't as big. A lot of the characters they were producing, they were not part of the MCU then. They were not in movies. They were producing characters that were really amazing, and it really cemented a foundation for Sideshow to be at the forefront of this industry. Of course, Bowen the Sense was there, but Sideshow was on the other side doing amazing work. And those were years where they were killing it with concepts. They had so many new ideas. You know, some of these pieces are amazing, but there are no new concepts here. There are concepts that had been explored before, of course, besides, like, I would say those Pulp Vixens, that is their own concept, but everything else seems that they have taken from something that they have done in the past, or something that other companies are doing or have done in the past. Yes, I do love that diorama with Wolverine and Colossus, amazing, but there are ideas that were taken from other companies in some way, and they're actually doing it in their own version, and that is good to a certain extent, you know, because, you know, Sideshow continues to do and prove that they are going to do what they want to do, and they're good at what they do, and they're probably the best at what they do, because they do concepts that are really nice. Overall, the aesthetics, I prefer Sideshow, the way the ratio that they have with the bases in comparison to what Prime One does. I think that Sideshow has some better concept, better idea. They have a better vision of what collectors are looking for, and when it comes about the space and the aesthetics of things. But I feel that also Sideshow, it's playing it, again, safe, going to the things that sell, you know, which we understand, you know, the world is difficult financially. Companies, they have to invest, and they have to be very good at what they invest, and not just to throw money away. And they're gonna go for those A-listers rather than the B-C-listers. But at the same time, a lot of the collectors feel like those B-listers don't get as much love, or C-listers. There are a couple of things here that were nice, a couple of things that were disappointed, and definitely some couple of things there that kind of leave you thinking if Sideshow really is breaking the mold, or simply playing it as safe as possible to continue just to be at the top of the market. And that is something that is definitely frustrating as a collector that's been doing this for a long time. It's hard to get excited nowadays with Sideshow, or with any other Sideshow company that is not trying to get out of the comfort zone. What is your opinion, my friends? What do you think about these reveals? Are you excited for one of them? Are you excited for all of them? Are you going to pre-order some of them? Are you going to change some of these pieces, the old ones for the new ones? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification buttons to remind you of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are in the description. And please consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless you. Take care. I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.